Good morning. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I'm here at 2858 Highview Avenue in Altadena, and I'm preparing to perform a video examination of the main sewer line for George and Jill Lee. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that would be underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So I'm going to be performing my examination today from this 4-inch cleanout we have found here out in the front plancher area just below our kitchen window here. This is under a covered patio. You'll see the kitchen drain tying in here. This 4-inch pipe sticking up. Now we're going to drop in and we're going to push out under the patio, right out in front of the garage here, just about where the door coming in from the driveway is located, and then turn and run basically straight out to our public sewer. First couple of feet here is holding a little water and debris. I'm guessing what occurred here is this cleanout was put in at a later date and it settled some. Now what we're in here, as far as the piping material goes, is original cast iron piping. That standing water and debris is going to certainly accelerate the rust and corrosion and deterioration of that section. So something's going to need to be monitored here along with the rest of this pipe. Now these cast iron pipes, typically they were expected to have a service life somewhere in that 70 to 80-year range, something like that. So these are older pipes that do eventually need to get upgraded. In a situation like this, we're seeing moderate to heavy rust and scale buildup. So it's definitely an aging pipe, but it is currently functioning, so we're not putting any real stress or importance on upgrades, right now, but something in the near future. So in a case like this, we're recommending to monitor these pipes fairly closely with regular video examinations, and that can help us to better project a future replacement date. Now, that being said, there certainly is no disadvantage to being proactive and upgrading this section of pipe whenever it's feasible. Alright, so here at about 25 feet, we're making that turn out underneath the driveway here out in front of the garage, and we're changing from the cast iron to a vitrified clay piping. This is a natural clay pipe material. It's very common here in main sewer line systems. And unlike the cast iron pipe, this pipe doesn't have a tendency to deteriorate underground because it is a natural material, clay. So it is expected to have a long service life. It is, however, fairly brittle in nature and does have a higher potential for damage during seismic activity or earthquakes. So what we're looking for are any significant cracks or breaks, significant offsets or separations of these connections or joints, anything that could be considered a compromise to the integrity of the pipe. Now what we're seeing here, or we're starting to see anyways, are some minor root intrusions coming in at one of these connections or joints. That's a fairly common condition in these older clay pipes. Normally we are suggesting that these root intrusions at the joints can be maintained with regular sewer line cleanings, but if they're left unmaintained for extended periods, they can create blockages in a system, and they can also damage those joints. So it's a good idea to make sure that regular maintenance is being performed on these lines to keep the roots cut back. Looks like an opening at the top of the pipe, which is kind of common here where we're getting near the front of the property, and we're increasing from a 4-inch pipe up to a 6-inch pipe. That opening would have been similar to a clean-out access, but it was used to plug the system and test it, and then that was capped off and buried. It's not something that's utilized for maintenance on the system. It was utilized for the testing when it was installed. So right here we're increasing from our 4-inch diameter clay pipe and dropping into our 6-inch diameter clay pipe, and then this is going to continue out to the public sewer near the middle of the street. It's actually pretty clean. I've only seen some minor roots in a couple of areas. For the most part, it's in a satisfactory condition. The slope seems to be okay. The line is draining. I haven't seen any significant cracks or breaks. And here we're making a turn. It's going to drop us down into our public sewer. Now we do see a little bit of mud here along the side of the pipe. Certainly don't see any obvious cracks or breaks here, so this may be getting pushed in a little bit at one of these joints, and sometimes we'll see these where the bugs that live down in these sewers will make little nests out of those for shelter, so didn't see anything there that was really of much concern, so for the most part we're doing pretty good here. So basically at this point we're not going to be recommending any repairs. I am going to suggest that one start preparing for replacement of this section of cast iron here from the front of the house to the driveway, and keeping a closer eye on it so that we can better project the future replacement date and catch failures at an early stage if they start to happen. Other than that, the system's draining satisfactorily and doing okay. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video portion of the examination for today. Please do refer to the written report for a description of the final findings and recommendations, including maintenance recommendations. Now, we do recommend that main sewer line should be examined after any significant seismic activity, and that main sewer line should be examined annually to monitor for changing conditions in the system. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.